Hey, what's going on, everyone? We got a Wi-Fi battle here today. It's been a while, and if you're wondering why, well, just take a look at my team. If you've been watching my battles for a while now, since I posted X and Y, my team has been pretty repetitive. No way for me to really get new Pokemon. The good ones anyway from OU. So that's why I play Showdown a lot, because Showdown just has everything, and lately I've been focusing on getting new Pokemon because I'll make shitty teams as of right now because I don't have too much Pokemon to choose from. So this team just focuses on Intimidate and just hard offense and just U-turn and Volt Switch. It was pretty good. I start off with a critical hit. I apologize for that, but it's a damn slow bro. Damn it, he just eats that shit and he has Regenerate, the ability Regenerator. So it doesn't really bother him much. So he's gonna go for the Scout. That was a pretty terrible play on my part. I didn't have too much, so I wanted to take that Scout because I knew for a fact that he's gonna get the burn because I just have shitty ass luck. So right here I'm gonna go for the Mega Evolve. Go straight for the Volt Switch because I don't want to take much burn damage because I need to be cautious. I need this Manectric for later for its Intimidate and its awesome speed with Volt Switch. And man, I don't know if you guys know, or many people know, but Mega Manectric and Lando is a really good combo, because Lando is a flying type. It covers for its Earthquake weakness, or ground in general. They both have Intimidate, and it just works out very nicely, because they both have a way to attack and switch out. Volt Switch and U-turn. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to Volt Switch. I'm going to go into Landers, because Tyranitar doesn't have much for Landers, unless it has Ice Beam, which I need to be cautious of. So I go for the Stealth Rocks here as I get another Intimidate off, so that's always a nice thing. He's going to go right for his Stealth Rocks as well. Now, the switch here is extremely obvious, so I'm not going to go for the Earthquake. I'm going to go for the U-turn as he goes into his Nidoking. So that was a pretty good play. So now I can switch into anything that can just hurt this Nidoking. Now I'm going to make a very good play here. Go into my Starmie. Now, this is what I love about Starmie since Generation 5. Starmie is a very good spinner, and you can really trick them on what you really want to do. I wanted him to think I was going to go into Starmie to get off the Stealth Rocks, but that's not what I want to do. I outspeed, obviously, and I have the Psyshock, so that is Stab and super effective, and no doubt it's a one-hit KO. That critical hit did not matter, I'm for sure on that. But hold up, before I commentate anymore, let me just say, good props to this man. I mean, he had a few Pokemon that were UU, so I gotta give him props to that. If I had more Pokemon, I would definitely be doing that. I believe I have 2 Pokemon that's from UU as well. 2 or 3, I'm not too sure. But he's gonna make a double switch here, go back into his Slow-Ho, that Slow-Bro though. Predicting for me to switch out. Now, I don't actually go for the Hydro Pump, wanting to over-predict. So that was, I mean, it didn't do much at all because I missed the Hydro Pump. So, so I'm just gonna go for the Rapid Spin here to get the rocks off, and I believe he's gonna want to stay in, or does he switch out? I don't even remember, to be honest. He goes for the Thunder Wave. Now, here's the funny part. I actually do not have Starmie's best ability for whatever reason. I have Natural Cure, so that Thunder Wave actually does not even affect me, basically. Now, it's kind of weird because Starmie has a much better ability, but I don't have it for some reason. I'm not too sure why. I have Natural Cure, so once I switch out, the Thunder Wave's off. So that actually came in handy for once. Now his Digger's Beak comes out, and that's very scary because that shit hits really hard with the huge power ability. So I want to go for the Will-O-Wisp here, and it's a good thing he switched because I missed that shit, and that's really unfortunate because that residual damage on Slowbro could have been very useful. So he's actually going to switch out, not wanting to take that Will-O-Wisp, which kind of confused me. I think he was just predicting the Volt Switch and just wanting to not... At all costs, he did not want to get his Slowbro burn, which is smart. So he's gonna go for the return here, and that shit hits hard to a Rotom Wash. Full invested defense and HP. But I am gonna get the Will-O-Wisp off, and you know what? I want to save this Rotom Wash. I think it could do something later in this battle. So after getting a little bit of leftovers recovery, I'm definitely gonna want to switch out. But this thing is a lot less dangerous now that it's burned. It's always a good thing to burn this shit because he hits so hard. Now, Landorus should be able to take this very well because he has the burn and he's Intimidate. So he's gonna go for the return again, and man, eating it up. I just ate that shit. So after burn and Intimidate, I'm pretty sure he was gonna switch out, but I was wrong. He stays in as I go for the U-turn, trying to predict his switch out, and I do a lot there. So what I do here is go into my Ditto, my Choice Scarf Ditto, to copy his Diggersby. I thought it would really hurt his team. And after Intimidate and Burn once again, I didn't think his return would do too much, although Diggersby is very frail. He doesn't really have much defenses, he's not bulky at all. So I actually take a lot more than I thought. But he is going to switch out finally as I go for the Stab Earthquake. He goes into his Slowbro, which I should have expected, and then he has Regenerator, so he had all his HP back. Slowbro is a pain in the ass. Always a good thing to have knockoff around. He just eats up that Earthquake, and after leftovers, I want to say I did around 30% maybe? Not much at all. Especially because he has Regenerator, so basically did shit. So I go into Rotom and I have 27 HP. I wanted to use it as, you know, just let it die so I can get a free switch, but I survived with 3 HP. Honestly, I didn't think that would happen. I had 27 HP. I thought I would go down, and with my luck, I honestly thought he was going to get the burn. And I'm going to find this opportunity to set up the Pain Split so I can get some HP back and maybe have this Rotom Wash do something a little bit in the future after Volt Switch to do some more damage to the Slowbro. He's gonna go for the Scald, and of course I'm gonna get burned. I mean, I got lucky that, you know, I actually didn't get burned the first turn, because I have shitty luck when it comes to those type of things. So now I'm gonna go for the Volt Switch, because if he stays in, it's gonna do a lot, and if he switches out, you know, it's an automatic advantage if you think about it. So he is going to switch out back into his Diggersby, and after Stealth Rocks and Burn, it looks like he just brought it out to be Death Botter. So that was a pretty good play because, you know, I'm going to take more damage to that Burn. From here, you know, Rotom Wash isn't too fast. He's invested in defense and HP, so I didn't find it so... how can I put this? I didn't find it so useful at this point. So I believe I just let it go down here, and we're talking about a Chandelure. I'm not sure if it's Scarf like the usual would. Shadow Ball or Ghost in general is very scary this generation. It's hard to switch out now that Steel types can't wall it out. So now here I'm gonna go into my Choice Banded Talonflame. That shiny though. I'm gonna go for that Brave Bird as he switches out because I thought he was gonna stay in. Hell no. I'm going to predict that, go for the U-turn, and that's Choice Bandit, so that U-turn is going to do quite decent damage. I want to say 40% maybe a little more. 45% maybe. So I'm going to switch out into my Mega Manectric. And wow, this team is U-turn and Volt Switch friendly. Coming from Pokemon like Mega Manectric, Lando, and Talonflame, this does a shit ton of damage. Because again, I don't really have much defensive Pokemon in my box, or any good... not too many good Pokemon in general. Like for competitive, probably like 2 or 3 boxes for competitive, and that's really it. And some of them are UU and under, so I just go Hyper Offensive this battle with my Pokemon. So he's gonna bring out the Tyranitar. I'm gonna go for the Volt Switch because I don't want to take an Earthquake. Although I'm expecting maybe a Stealth Rocks, I believe, because I used Rapid Spin earlier. Now I do get a crit, but he does have the Citrus Berry, so I am kind of sorry for that. Not much I can do about critical hit, but he takes it pretty well because he's a Tyranitar, of course. Now I'm going to go for the Landers to intimidate him once again, so I believe he's at -2. So I think it's fair to say he has to switch unless he has the Ice Beam, which did not show earlier, otherwise he would have killed my Landorus earlier. So I go right for the Earthquake, and that will kill him from this point. Just wanted to play it safe. I wanted the Tyranitar out of there. I do not want the rocks up on me, because I have a Talonflame on my team, of course. So from here, you know, I'm doing pretty well. He's bringing out the Chandelure back, and I make a pretty bad play looking back. I'm not too sure what I was thinking, to be honest. I go for the U-turn, when I knew he was probably Scarf, you know, who's faster than me, and he does way too much damage. So I go for the U-turn, doesn't do shit. But at the same time, I was pretty scared of this thing, because Chandelure has a shit ton of special attacks. And may I remind you, I don't have a special defensive wall on this team. I have Ditto as my filler for my 6 Pokemon. So I'm going to copy his Chandelure, and at this point I'm thinking it's over, because now I'm Choice Scarf, and, you know, I'm going to win the Chandelure battle. Shadow Ball, you know, it's Shadow Ball in general, it's going to do a shit ton to Galvantula. Probably 1-hit KO because of Stealth Rocks, which is going to be true. I'm going to take this thing out 1 hit thanks to the Shadow Ball and the Stealth Rocks. He's going to go down. And he's down to 2 Pokemon now, so it's looking really nice for me. And I have Talonflame still in the background at the end game. Talonflame end game is always nice to have with no rocks. Just clean up with the Brave Bird. It's like a really good thing to have. Now, once again, Shadow Ball, I scarfed it into Shadow Ball because, you know, he has got a Slowbro as well. So it's also going to go down, and he's down to his very last Pokemon. The Sandstorm is going to subside, and I'm just going to stay into Shadow Ball. But he is going to outspeed because he's Choice Scarfed. I believe it's a it's a tie, and he wins the speed tie. He's going to kill my Chandelure, but as I said, you know, I got the Brave Bird in the background. That's an automatic win, basically. So good game, man. Good team. I like your team. A mixed OU battle right here. Always nice to see instead of a full OU team. We both got some UUs on our team. So props to you, man. That's pretty rare to see. Guys, I'm doing my best to get more Pokemon. I do apologize for inactivity. Bear with me. You'll probably see a showdowns, you know, some other competitive set videos. Just let me know what you guys want to see. And my friend also got a capture card that hopefully we can get a capture card recording too. Later, guys.